Hi, everybody, and welcome to our three-card reading for the week of February 12th through 18th, Monday through Sunday, 2024. My name is Heather Coleman. My website is heatherlcoleman.com if you're curious to learn more about all of this, about what I do, that sort of thing. But getting right into why we're here in this video, the deck that we're looking at cards from, this is our Angel and Auras deck by Radley Valentine. Dougal Fraser, our author's right there. I personally love this deck, so I'm going to show you the cards. Here is card number one, and then here is card number two. See where you're drawn, tap into your intuition. And here's card number three. Before I interpret the cards, I just want to let everybody know that the next circle will be April 12th, 2024. It will be a virtual circle over Zoom. There is information on my website about that circle and about how you can register for it. Tickets are $30. It includes a guided meditation, and everyone gets an individualized reading. Sometimes I draw cards during circles, sometimes not. No two circles are alike, right? No two circles are exactly the same. So, all right, getting into the cards from our Angels and Auras deck here. Were you drawn to card number one? If so, we have Archangel Jophiel, and the color pink here is really highlighted. So it's really something to note with this. Whenever pink comes up for me, when I'm reading for myself or someone else, the message is self-love. So a strong message from the angels, card number one, people, to look for ways to give yourself the love that you need, whether that's taking a bubble bath, whether that is making time to meditate, whether that is simply telling yourself, I need to spend time with people who make me feel good. So perhaps card number one, people, that might mean for you sitting down this week to take inventory on who in your life makes you feel good and who maybe drains your energy, and set the conscious intention to spend more of your time with people who make you feel good and safe and encouraged and supported and understood. Spend more of your time with those people. That is an act of self-love. So I'm just going to read you the words at the bottom of this card: compassion, self-care, beauty, which is Archangel Jophiel is associated with beauty, but simplification. And so simplification means deciding what is important for you in your life and letting go of tasks and activities that suck your time and your energy, and measure yourself to your own standard and what's best for you, not what you think someone else would tell you is important. So simplify your life, card number one, people, by eliminating activities and tasks that do not really serve you, that only drain you. Now let's move on to card number two. Were you drawn to card number two? We've got, the title of this card is Reality Check. Assessment and honesty. So what I'm sensing on this card, the first place I'm drawn is to the different colors on this unicorn here, on the horn of this unicorn. We actually have all 7 colors showing, except we can't really see the red here. So what that tells me is, card number two, people, you might be feeling sort of ungrounded, untethered, pulled in different directions. And so the way to get yourself back to reality is, number one, to ground yourself. However you do that, there are so many ways to ground. I have videos about that on my channel. But just find a way to get yourself more grounded. When we lose our sense of groundedness, connection to Mother Earth, our minds tend to spin. We have trouble making decisions. We have trouble hearing and believing in our own intuition. That those sorts of things can happen when we lose our groundedness. And we can also lose our own sense of reality. So I often hear in different circles, hold on to your reality. So give yourself, card number two, people, a reality check by grounding yourself. because when we lose that, what can happen at times is that we tend to be sort of anxiously darting our eyes side to side, looking for reassurance, looking for someone to tell us what's what. But our intuition is always going to tell us what's what. And when we can hear our intuition correctly, it is going to steer us right. And we are going to be clear on what's true for us, what our own reality is. Finally, I'm going to flip this over. Misguided. The word that is standing out here is misguided. So the reason, card number 2, people, that Spirit is calling on you to ground yourself and find your own reality is that when we are too dependent on the opinions of others, we can easily become misguided because let's face it, most people aren't full-on psychic. Most people, when they give advice, can only give their opinion, but other people don't necessarily know, at all times at least, what's best for someone else. People can offer their opinion, but without a strong opinion of your own, you are going to spin like like a big circle. So, all right, putting aside card number 2, card number 3, third and final card from our Angels and Auras deck. Interesting self-employment here, and I think the imagery is very interesting on here. We've got these kind of goldish colored wings. So for a lot of people, self-employment indeed gives them a sense of freedom. You know, one thing that a lot of us, I think, see when we look at a pair of wings is freedom, the ability to soar high. Card number 3, people, if you are self-employed, considering becoming self-employed, any or all of those things, keep in mind that you do not need to be only one or the other. In other words, you do not need to be self-employed or employed at an employer. You can be both and still have the ability to soar, to rise to higher heights. Sometimes for people that are long-term self-employed, sometimes having a job in addition to your self-employment can give you the ultimate freedom because it gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you some reliable income. A lot of the benefits of employment that we don't always get with self-employment, such as a team of coworkers, right? Benefits, so many different things. So the message I'm getting very strongly with this card is that self-employment can happen with employment. It's okay to sort of dabble in both. That can be a great thing for a lot of people. And the confirmation on that is that we've got 3 very different types of birds here. Different sizes, different colors, different types of sounds that they make, and they're all sort of working together like a triad here. They're all working together. Finally, let's look at some of the words on this. Tentative. So card number 3, people, if you are feeling tentative about making a decision, give yourself a deadline for taking action, such as 3 days or 3 weeks. So that's the way to be smartly tentative, but not to overdo your caution. And then finally, the word that is standing out here is confident. No one is ever in this world 100% confident of the results of their efforts or no one is ever able to be 100% confident of where they will be in 5 to 10 or 20 years. So the kind of confidence that emboldens us to take steps is simply a conviction that we are making the best decisions we can with what we know. And I think this, to some extent, piggybacks on the message we had with card number 2, reality check, which is really getting ourselves grounded and connected to our own intuition, trusting our own judgment and the downloads that we are getting from the other side so that we can make the right decisions with whatever that may be. This card talks a lot about work, self-employment, and employment. But really these messages could apply to anything that's happening for you in your life at this point, whether it's a relationship, an activity of some kind, maybe people that you're connected to in some way. So just remember that there are ways to get more and more connected to your own intuition and to make the best decisions for yourself, right? So weighing the opinions of others with your own opinion. And being self-employed and employed at the same time can kind of let you do that, right? You can be the boss in one part of your life and kind of collaborate with others and learn from others in this other piece to your life. So I hope these messages have been helpful for you this week. If you are enjoying this, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, 5 Elements with Heather on YouTube. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And I wish you a beautiful, happy, healthy week whenever you're finding this video. And namaste.